I'm Dr. Michael Doyle, principal of Trenton High School, and always proud to say, a member of the Trenton High School class of 1980. I would like to begin with the introduction of those on stage. Would they please stand and be recognized? Trenton Public School Board members. Mrs. Rachel Helton, Vice President. Mrs. Kelly Howie, Secretary. Mr. Thomas Kenny, Treasurer. Mr. Jerry Brown, Trustee. Mr. David French, Trustee. And Mr. Sean Gearhart, Trustee. And Mr. Ron Wakeham, the Superintendent of the Trenton Public Schools. We thank you all for the vision, the mission, and the leadership you provide this great school system. A special thanks for all of their work with the students of Trenton High School. Mr. Ron Dyroff, Assistant Principal and CTE Director. Mr. James Strush, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director. We also would like to thank Leanne Schultz for taking the event, the Trenton Public School maintenance staff for setting up the stage, and Mr. Trevor Sparks for handling the sound. And a thank you to Ms. Lori Holcomb and Mr. Mike Walters for reading the graduates' names tonight. The seniors who will be speaking today, please stand and be recognized. President of the class of 2018, Blake Livernoy. And the senior speakers as selected by the Trenton High School School Improvement Team. Senior speaker, Amber Cheplek. Senior speaker, Mikkel Dolinsky. Senior speaker, Grace Kwasek. And now, would the members of the Trenton Public School teaching staff, including those in the stands, please stand and be recognized for all of your hard work and dedication to the students of the Trenton Public Schools. Please stand. Members of the class of 2018, this staff at Trenton High School has opened the door, but you enter it, through it, by yourself. Now I will soon ask all of us to stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and for a moment of silence as we remember those who could not be with us tonight, including Michael St. John, as Blake and the Trenton High School students are joining the military to make their way to the stage. Please stand. Silence. Thank you. I will now introduce the Trenton Police Honor Guard, and they will present the national colors.
class of 2018. I'm Blake Livernoy, and I'm the senior class president. I would just like to say that it has been an honor to have gotten to know all of you throughout all these years. And I wish you the best of luck in wherever life takes you. Now everyone, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone, you may be seated.
I'd like to invite to the stage senior speaker Amber Chaplin.
Hello, class of 2018. This is the moment that we have all been waiting for. The year 2018 in elementary school seems so far away. As a child, graduation seemed so far off in the distance that we could not have even thought of all of the wonderful opportunities that were to come. That day is today. Today we reminisce the 4 years of hard work, success, and how it has all finally paid off. I want to congratulate every single one of you for this amazing milestone in your life. Trenton High School has changed each and every one of our lives for the better. It feels like only yesterday we were freshmen who were nervous, irresponsible, and unprepared for the real world. Today, we have all gained skills as Trenton High School has prepared us for the next chapter in our lives. Trenton High School has put on many activities, clubs, and sporting events that has allowed us to grow. As we grew, we also made memories along the way. These memories will be cherished forever with the ones who mean the most to us. Now the main question is, what's next? As I look around the room, I can see that the home of the Trojans is now home to tomorrow's doctors, engineers, teachers, nurses, and so much more. No matter where we are heading in life, there will always be challenges. I dare you to take these challenges straight on with an open mind and an open heart. We all know that life is not going to be easy, but with the power and ambition that you all have, anything is possible. This is a time where we could not have made it alone. Teachers, families, and friends have made us who we are today. These important people have pushed us to never give up and strive for the best. I believe the hardest thing to let go is all of these relationships that we have made with teachers and friends throughout the year at Trenton High School. Teachers and friends both supported and contributed to our success. Teachers, I want to thank you. Thank you for not only teaching us what to learn, but how to learn. They took the time out of their days to come before or stay after school just to give us extra help. Most teachers wouldn't want to leave until we understood the concepts. But the question is why? Why would teachers want to offer extra tutoring during their own time? There's only one answer, and the answer is because they care and they want to see all of us succeed. Teachers have made sure that we were able to get to this day, and some are even here to watch. May our favorite teachers forever be in our hearts. May we never forget that Mr. Rock will forever be 29 years old. Never forget Mr. Bronson's Trenton polos, and never forget that Mrs. Aziz is always in the mood to do some math. Friends are what made high school great. Friends encouraged us to be our best. They were always there to hear your complaints and give you the best advice. Though we are all friends now, we will soon part our separate ways. Some will not move, and some will move across the world. This is a new beginning, and we are off and free to do whatever we want to do in life. Though we may never speak again, we all have one thing in common. And that one thing is the fact that Trenton High School is our home. If you decide that your future plans take you away from this great city, never forget that home is where the heart is. Our hearts will forever be here, the place where we grew up, and the place where all of our high school memories live. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2018. We did it. Some days these will be the good old days, and someday soon your whole life is going to change. So let's turn the page and start a new chapter through our journey of life. Thank you for your time on this special day. Go Trojans. I would now like to introduce Michael Dolinsky.
Thank you all for attending such an important moment in all of our lives. I'm honored to be a part of such a memorable occasion. As we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2018, let's take a trip down memory lane. It's the first day of kindergarten, your parents hug you goodbye at the door, and you head inside. How about the last day of 5th grade, when everyone gathered in the gym to receive awards, that we all walked the halls of our beloved elementary school one last time? The first day of 6th grade, meeting kids from the other elementary school who seemed like complete strangers, now our best friends. Fast forward to 8th grade promotion night, as we all took steps across that stage, signifying a new chapter in our lives. Then, your first day of high school. The butterflies, the panic, when searching for your class, the sigh of relief when you see your friends waiting for you in class. That first day, everyone said, cherish these days. They'll fly by, and you brush it off because how could 4 years go by that fast? But it does. Look around as we all sit with our tassels that we hung from the mirror of our car, surrounded by people we've known since we were 5 years old. Where did the time go? Counting down the minutes until the end of math class to counting down the days till summer. Just think, this time last month we were calculating how many days till this very moment. The anticipation we once had is now replaced by memories, pictures, and hilarious stories to tell later on. Soon, the anticipation instilled in each one of us will be a new experience, a leap into the real world. From this day on, we will each go our separate ways. Different colleges, different careers, different states. But each one of us will remember this moment, the moment we all shared, June 8th, 2018. One day, we will pull out pictures from this very day to show people the day you were finally done waking up at 6:30, driving to the job lot just to get a terrible spot, and walk across the whole lot, and spend hours in a classroom that never seemed to be a comfortable temperature. Cherish this, as college parking doesn't seem much better. When you remember high school, I hope you remember Miss Youngblood's bow ties, our very own Miss Miss Love, Senora Wilcox's Trace Leche cake, and Mr. Clemens' unique teaching style. Never forget everyone's love for Miss Stanley, but who could forget that? I hope you cherish the sounds of a football team win on a Friday night, or the singing of everyone's favorite song, Don't Stop Believin', at every school dance. Think about the laughs shared in the lunchroom, all the spirit weeks, and our hyped up pep rallies. But most importantly, never forget where you belong. This is the place that we can forever call home. Thank you, class of 2018, for 12 unforgettable years at Trenton. I'm honored to have been a part of a class full of the smartest, funniest, most interesting people I've ever met. From the friendships to the sympathetic looks exchanged during a hard test, you all have had the greatest impact on one another. As we move forward from this moment, I hope each of you take the skills gained here at Trenton High and pursue your dreams. I believe each person in this room has the ability to achieve greatness, and we are already on our way there. Take a moment to congratulate one another for this amazing journey that is coming to a close. And thank the people that got us here. Most importantly, I am proud to say, class of 2018, we did it. Congratulations. I would now like to introduce Grace Krosick.
had absolutely no idea what I was going to write about. I sat down with a pen and a pad of paper, and I tried to come up with what I wanted to say, but I couldn't quite find the words. What do you say to a group of over 200 people, some of whom you've known since preschool, your best friends, as you say, congratulations, good luck, and goodbye? I guess the idea is that I'm going to say something nostalgic about the many years we've been in school together, or that I'll throw in some famous quote from someone famous to inspire you and make you think of the bright future ahead. But what if, instead of dwelling on the past or trying to determine the future, we think about right now at this very moment? Sitting before me are a little over 200 young adults who are each spectacular in some way. There are scholars, athletes, musicians, artists, and countless others. They are young adults with the capability and the mindset to achieve spectacular things. The class of 2018, in this exact moment, already has the heart and soul to achieve greatness. We already possess the mentality required to take the world by storm. It's just a matter of taking our first steps. For some, leaving high school may be daunting. Having to make all new friends, live in a different city or state, and leaving your comfort zone is no easy feat. The future seems so impossibly unknown right now, but as Abraham Lincoln said, the best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. I guess I did decide to include a quote there. What I'm trying to say is that we don't need to dwell on the past or fear the future, but be content that in the present, right now, we are unstoppable, and we are a force to be reckoned with. Thank you very much for allowing me the honor of speaking here today, and thank you to all the teachers and staff that made this day possible, as well as my friends and family who are here to support me and who have supported me my whole life. I would now like to introduce Superintendent Wickham.
Thank you, Grace. A warm welcome and thank you, first of all, to our Board of Education, our staff here at Trenton Public Schools, parents, siblings, relatives, and our community. And I'd like to stretch out a special thanks to our community for their vote of confidence in the passing of our Capital Improvements Fund. It will transform our district into the future, and this district thanks you for your generosity. For all the hard work of this class of 2018. You will be honored here today. And also thank you to Mr. Karilko and the band for the inspiring walk-up music. But with that, just think for a moment, which of the Star Wars music themes, the Leia motifs, resonate in the back of your mind when you're looking to accomplish a task? These reoccurring musical measures offers anticipation and are emotionally motivating to the viewer of what's expected next. Is your Star Wars foreshadowing protagonistic? Is it inspirational, like the opening fanfare? Or is it jovial, like the cantina scene? Or is it antagonistic, like the ominous march of Darth Vader? Appropriate or not, my past roles in education as an AP chemistry teacher, as an assistant principal, and even as a Trenton hockey coach, for some reason had the feel of that song playing in my background. The Imperial March, along with 4 or 5 other Star Wars musical segments, are probably the most recognized orchestra pieces across the world today. Those in Bugs Bunny's Kill the Rabbit and The Rabbit from Seville. If you are not a Star Wars fan, what plays in the back of your mind? What situation, what state of mind are you anticipating? Jaws, when you're fearful? The Twilight Zone, when something's unnatural? Maybe James Bond, if you're thinking about being stealthy? Or Rocky or the Raiders of the Lost Ark, if you're looking for inspiration? And if you're from my era and you felt like all day long you were on the hamster wheel, maybe the theme from Benny Hill is running through your mind. Star Wars revitalized and refined the space opera. The common themes in the original trilogy and the 3 prequels of melodramatic escapades, galactic travel, and classic romance have inspired young and old across the globe for the last 40 years. Star Wars spelled out the traditional external and internal struggle of good versus evil, better than those Hallmark movies during the holiday season. Previous to this resurgence, sci-fi on the screen was limited to Flash Gordon, Star Trek, and Lost in Space. These programs quickly lost their flair and were canceled after a 2 or 3 year run. Sci-fi was dead and disco was born with the upcoming genre and the move into the 70s. After some success with American Graffiti, producer George Lucas struggled to get mainstream Hollywood to buy into the sci-fi idea. Lucas believed in his plan, stuck to it even though many tried to discourage him. When Lucas released the first movie in 1977, it was just Star Wars. Universal Studio actually had to force 35 movie theaters across the country to show Star Wars. To have access to an anticipated more popular movie, The Other Side of Midnight. The Other Side of Midnight that year grossed $24 million. Star Wars grossed $775 million. Star Wars didn't get an episode number until its release in 1980, along with the title of A New Hope. Star Wars was a new hope for George Lucas. He gathered a ragtag group of filmmaking rebels. He cloned his success into 14 more blockbuster films and became the empire with the creation of Lucasfilms. Every year, I hear of Trenton graduates doing great things. Alumni making advances in business, science, theater, and medicine. Graduates, I look forward to hearing of your successes in your continued education, in your career, and in your relationships. In that way, you are our new hope. But be prepared when the Empire strikes back. Learn from your mistakes as Luke did in The Return of the Jedi, and if necessary, fly solo and be one of the good guys. Find good in people. Graduates, use your imagination to inspire yourself, as Lucas did. And also look around you for those that you have for guidance and insight. Graduates, rely on the wisdom of your parents. Yoda said, do or do not, there is no try. My dad said, trying is lying. And Nike summed it all up with, just do it. Sounds like all the same wisdom to me. Yoda and Obi-Wan were wise, but so are the people who guided you to this important moment. Keep in contact with your parents, your coaches, your teachers, and your classmates to help you through those difficult times. They know you better than a 900-year-old green puppet. Parents, give your graduates some room to grow. I know that you think they haven't developed their flight feathers, but were you ready for what life has brought to your lives? Be there for them when they struggle on that first challenge in college, and give them the opportunity to vent and assure them that you're still behind them. So class of 2018, if your travels take you to U of M, the Hoth Planet, MTU, or Tatooine, be prepared and believe in the powers inside you. You are no longer a Padawan, a student. You are now a master. Graduates, always remember, it is important for you to go out and do well, but it is also equally important for you to go out and do good. So may the Force be with you, and if you're from a different era, live long and prosper. I'd like to call Dr. Doyle back up to the podium for his comment.
For years, you've heard me mention for you to give your best, to get involved at Trenton High School. So now, class of 2018, I ask, what is next? Recently I read the book No Barriers by Eric von Wehenmeyer and Buddy Levi. Eric was the first blind person to summit Mount Everest. He was certainly very proud of his accomplishment. He summited Mount Everest. However, with the experience of summiting Mount Everest behind him, his team leader slapped him on the back and said something that would forever change his life. Don't make Everest the greatest thing you ever do. What is next? For Eric, what was next was kayaking the Grand Canyon. Members of the class of 2018, again I ask you, what is next? When I think of what is next, I'll ask you a question. And remember, your parents are here. Now, when you got up this morning, how many of you made your bed? Well, at least we know everybody told the truth with all the parents here, and you notice my hand didn't go up either. So we'll all work on this together. In his speech at the University of Texas, Admiral William McRaven said, one of the most important things you can do each morning is that, and that is make your bed. Admiral McRaven went on to say, if you can't do the little things right, you will never do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. I would add, no matter how bad your day was, filled with mistakes, problems, heartaches, headaches, at the end of that miserable day, and you will have some, you will, I guarantee that, when you get home, that bed's made. And when you get up that next morning, you can say, what's next? At a graduation speech, the comedian Jim Carrey said, fear is going to be a player in your life, but you, and you alone, decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about your pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and decisions we make in this moment, which are based on love, or they're based on fear. So when you ask yourself what is next, ask yourself without fear. Ask yourself with love. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect. So we never ask for it. Instead, we need to ask, what is next? After all, it was John Bell of the band Widespread Panic who will sing, we have to wonder, will we ever know the truth? What is it like when you're washing a window and there's pigeons on the roof? When I think of that song, I think life is not fair, life is not easy. You will all have to do things you do not want to do. You will not be handed goals in your life. You will get doors slammed in your face. You'll be told no. When this happens, go on to what's next. And again, ask yourself, with love, what is next? Do not be embarrassed of who you are or where you're from. You've received an excellent education at Trenton High School. Hold your head high, always treat people with respect, and certainly admire people for the right reasons. Members of the class of 2018, you've made us laugh. You've made us think. You've even made us cry. But remember, as Ellen DeGeneres said, follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost. And you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, well, by all means, follow that path to get out of the woods. Your age group is 25% of the population, but keep this in mind, you are 100% of the future. Congratulations on earning that Trenton High School diploma. I would now like to invite Superintendent Rod Wakeham to the podium. Mr. Wakeham, I bring forth 214 members of the Trenton High School class of 2018. As a principal of Trenton High School, I ask you to pronounce them graduates. of this fine institution. Graduates, by the power invested in me by the Trenton Board of Education and the state of Michigan, I pronounce you graduated.
Barbelow. Jonathan Edward Becker. Carly Ann Gaffrey. Michael Margaret Golinsky. Amber Rose Chuplick. Michael Zaran. Wilson Troy McClellan. Annette Mae Wilson. Hannah Rose Miller. Connor Allen Dolans. Ethan Charles Powell. Elizabeth Kate Mirabo. Elizabeth Lynn Wilding. Jacob Scott Martin. Ava Renee DiBiase. Blake Henniger Livernoy. Dante Thomas DePonio. Sarah Elizabeth Cullen. Julia Rose Drohomer. Caitlin Elizabeth Matuzik. Brandon Scott Anderson. Carly Marie Andrus. Samantha Grace Bailey. Gabrielle Baker. Sydney Michelle Baker. Robert Michael Barker. Brenna S. Bashore. Alexia Faith Bates. Patrick James Basner. Riley Jacob Berry. Kelsey Grace Bittner. Madeline Rose Bowler. Trevor Allen Bonham. Angelica Paz Botello. Joseph Anthony Buford. Richard William Bolware. Shelby Lee Bowman. Brandon D. Brushaber. Michaela Violet Buco. Sarah Nicole Vladovich. Sydney Nicole Burgess. Ashley Lauren Burke. Corey Julian Cano. Milagros Cardoso. Nico John Carnego. Kaylee Ann Carrico. Elizabeth Marie Cesar. Jason Michael Chadwick. Christopher David Cheatham. Jessica Ann Chorkala. Melissa Ann Christie. Elizabeth Ann Church. Allison Clark. Christina Ann Clausen. Ariel Clowney. Joseph Stephen Corliss. Jordan Gary Cormier. Lauren Michelle Crowell. Keelan Starr Crum. Zachary Scott Cunningham. Antoinette Lee Zarnecki. D'Anthony Joseph Sidney Davis. Hayden Essen Davis. Andrew Delphi. Brittany Alyssa Dodson. Evan Anthony Donovan. Charles Drabzik. Joshua Allen Elkins. Maxwell John Stanley Ellis. Melissa Ann Engel. Bridget Marie Fallon. Shane Darrell Ferguson. Andrew David Fisher. Tristan Blake Ford Learman. Christine Lynn Fosgate. Shelby Catherine Fox. Olivia Renee Franklin. Spencer Alexander Franklin. Jarrett Kenneth Branzel. Haley Victoria Fumano. Morgan Allen Gerardin. Caroline Ann Gorno. Vincent Michael Garanello. Hayden Paul Gidry. Alyssa Marie Gurak. Austin Ryan Hall. Nathan Tyler Holliday. Haley Nicole Hallenbeck. Caitlin Marie Hamblin. Grace Marie Hedges. Shelby Suzanne Helton. Robert Andrew Henner-Tylo. Lauren Maria Henneman. Gabriana Elizabeth Christine Hicks. Sarah Joy Holland. Brendan Nicholas Honeycutt. Andrew Dean Houston. Michaela Jordan Hubbard. Melanie Marie Halslander. Liam Curtis Jackson. Haley Elizabeth Jarvis. Brendan Kyler Jorgensen. Ryan Mitchell Jorgensen. Penelope Porter Kakaris Porter. Timothy Edward Kane. Marcheski. Mackenzie Shannon Kell. Mackenzie Grace Keller. Matthew Allen Kibbe. Carly Ann Klein. Kramer Patrick Hosky. Sydney Morgan Kowalczyk. Jacob Scott Kowalski. Grace Elizabeth Krosick. William Anthony Kuzinski. Jacob Owen Kuhn. Lauren Rosemary Lanzini. Vincent Ward Lianza. Jason Maxwell Leach. Lindsay Nicole LeMay. Justin Timothy Litchard. Matthew Brian McGuire. McKenna Kathleen Mahoney. Braden Joseph Marcissa.
Austin Tyler Marshner. Ronald E. Martin. Bradley Stephen Martiniak. Lauren Elizabeth Mater. Elizabeth Ann Maynard. Andrew Michael McCaffrey. Taryn Lindis McCardle. Emma Ray McKee. Dakota Orion McKinney. Brendan Jesse McLaughlin. Dawson Christopher Menzer. Antonio Luis Ricardo. Evan Lewis Merker. Angelo Giovanni Meza Plaza. Sean Joseph Mick. Megan Jean Miliaccio. Liam Mackenzie Miller. Haley Lee, actually, let me say that again. Haley Rose Milliken. William William Francis Merla. Grace Elizabeth Newfer. Sarah Nicole Norris. Isabel Oakley. Caitlin Diana Olszewski. Michael Stephen Ostrowski. Crystal Ann Pack. Madeline Joanne Perioski. Zachary Thomas Perkins. Jewett Peterson, Jr. Regina Elizabeth Poyer. Donovan Giovanni Porter. Giacchino Nico Postato. Claudia Tyler Lee Roble. Noah Allen Reamer. Tyler Jordan Richter. Olivia Renee Rickman. Matthias Tesu Roberts. Kyle Richard Robideau III. Patricia Ann Roderick. Braden William Rogner. Gainier Reed Rossi. Quinton Robert Rowland. Dean Michael Royal. Ryan Christopher Sargent. Marissa Nicole Savage.
Yeah,
Alexandra Lee Sawyer. Maxwell Bradley Scheffler. Kendall Magdalene Schramm. Joshua Perry Schroeder. Matthew Christopher Schwebies. Morgan Marie Scott. Alex Andrew Shenton. Zachary Tyler Shepard. Christina Rose Slitty. Hunter Stephen Smelly. Alexandra Nicole Smith. Cheyenne Bailey Smith. Hannah Marie Snipes. Veronica Sorensen. Noah Jackson Stackpole. Laura Lynn Stapleton. Michaela Marie Staton. Brandon Robert Zarek. Jaron Joseph Takis. McKenna Nicole Tangway. Joshua Aaron Tanner. Noah Jacob Thackeray. Chloe Marie Thomasek. Heather Elena Chirico. Lauren Elizabeth Truitt. Diane Turner. Hannah Elizabeth Valerius. Julia Christine Vermette. Sarah Nicole Vinca. Sydney Jane Voss. Hannah Beth Wagner. Alec Reese Walker. Weber Nate Nathaniel. Let me do that again, I'm sorry, my apologies. Royce Nathaniel Weber. Andrew Harrison Welsh. Kaylee Shea Welsh. Zachary Leo Welsh. Luke Montgomery Wido. Brian Jada Williams. Caleb James Youngs. Tabitha Marie Zempel. Savannah Christine Zunke.
Please stand. Members of the class of 2018 may have the hindsight to know where you've been, the foresight to know where you're going, and the insight to know when you've gone too far. The moving of the tassel symbolizes one's transition from candidate to graduate. And guests, after the turning of the tassels, the traditional tossing of the cap, please allow for the graduates to exit behind their roll leaders. They'll be heading out the south doors. The roll leaders will lead the graduates, nice to say that, to the high school commons to pick up their actual diploma. Members of the class of 2018, please turn your tassels from right to left and go forth as graduates of Trenton High School. Ready? 1, 2, 3, congratulations!
Smoke? Oh boy.